Alright guys, we're back in my garage for another episode of the B58 Digest, and today I am in a very, very good mood because we can finally answer the question that you guys have been asking me for years now. Why are the Supras so much faster than the BMWs? Why do the Supras have all the records? Can anybody make a BMW with a B58 go fast? We finally have that answer and somebody that has demonstrated just how fast the BMWs can go with the B58. And we've talked about this for a while. The Super guys and the BMW guys just build their cars differently. The Supras tend to look at different tire packages and turbo kits and port injection, whereas with the BMW guys, they tend to argue about which carbon fiber mirror caps are best. So we finally have somebody just demonstrating how truly fast the BMWs can be if you focus on performance. So we're going to talk about all of these records that have been broken, as well as, all of the results that we got at TX2K last weekend. And hopefully you guys find this information as exciting as I do. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, as always, for everybody that's new to the channel, I create these videos to help keep you updated on the latest developments in our community, as well as discuss technical topics so that we have a better understanding of how our engines work. So if you're interested in more videos like that, be sure to subscribe because there will be a lot more coming out in the future. So the car that we're going to be talking about today is owned by MrNoHesi on Instagram. You guys might also see his name listed as Andre, but keep in mind this is not one stock F30. This is a different Andre that just happens to also own a white 3 Series. But in this case, instead of an F30, he has a G20 M340i. And this car has everything done to it that you would need. Like we've been talking about before, he took notes from a lot of the super guys and just put together a package that has been proven and known to work and has dialed in his car to make it as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and go through the build list of everything that we do know is on the car. It does have a Visconti built engine. It's a 3.2 liter stroker. So, it has basically everything in it that you would need to make as much power as you can reliably. I'm sure it also has a built head as well with cams and things like that. So really good build to make sure that he can make the power. It also has a Titan top mount turbo kit, and it's running with a Precision 6870 turbo. This is the same turbo that Mike Body and pretty much all of the fastest Supras have been running for years. So again, it's a proven turbo, works. We know that it runs really good times and makes good power. So that's the one that he went with. Now it also has a pure drivetrain solutions transmission, because duh. And he also has an actual CSF prototype intake manifold. This is something that we're just now kind of seeing pictures of over the weekend. I don't know if I can make a full video on this since we don't have a lot of information, but you can see from the pictures, it appears that it has a much bigger core compared to the production version. It also has that huge outlet, so I'm sure this is designed to flow a whole lot of coolant through that core and just make it flow as efficiently as possible. So yeah, it seems like he was gathering a lot of data for them this weekend, and apparently it works based on the times that he was putting down. Now, there are a couple assumptions that we have to make here because, a lot of these guys don't share every single detail about their build, but hopefully, it's safe to say at least there is some weight reduction. He typically runs his times with the rear seats removed, as well as racing seats up front to help bring down the weight of that 4,000-pound sedan. He also looks like he has some weight reduction on like the glass and things like that. So maybe some other creative ways to make the car competitive. And I believe he's also running nitrous. I don't know if it's just to spray and get the turbo to spool, or if he's also adding power up top, or if he's spraying every single run, but it's there if he needs it. So let's go ahead and talk about how the weekend went for this guy. And of course, he came out the bat swinging. He showed us a couple times that he was running during his testing, and you can see here that he ran a 60 to 130 of 4.1 and a 100 to 150 of 4.2. So this was just some testing he was doing before he went to do like qualifying at the track. So this was a really good indication that the car was running strong. He had it dialed in and was ready to make some jam. So at this point, he heads back to the track, and he actually joined the A90 class. So he was the only BMW in the A90 class. And he's going through qualifying, basically trying to set a time. And during this time, he runs an 8.9 at a 160 miles an hour. It's just insane to even think about that. Not only did he break the record, but he's the first BMW B58 to run an 8-second quarter mile. And, he posted up a couple more data points from his draggy. You can see that he also ran a 3.8 60 to 130 and a 3.8 100 to 200. So he set his goal as well for being the first BMW B58 in the threes. So this put him on the map for sure. I mean, anybody that hadn't heard about him at this point has. He's getting a bunch of followers and everybody's like, wow. But there, of course, are some people saying, well, it was just a glory run. So he had to set the record straight for them too. So when he got into eliminations in the very first round, he ran an 8.8 at 162 miles an hour. So he went even faster. And again, this is the first round of elimination. So he actually knocked out an A90 in the first round of eliminations for the A90 class at TX2K. So just insane to think about. Of course, everybody's really hyped up for him, and he goes into the second round and he runs another 8. He ran an 8.9, this time at 159 miles an hour, and knocked out another A90. So at this point, he's in the final 4. He's run 3 8-second quarter miles, running insane times. But I will say, with mixed emotions, his next round was against Mike Body. I feel like this would have been an amazing race, and even if he didn't win, it looked like he was really trying to put down as much power as possible to set a really crazy time. But partway down the track, he let out of it. I don't know if he spun a little bit or, had some kind of issue, but he let out and Body was able to take the win that round. But still, regardless of the outcome, it's completely amazing to see a BMW set these kinds of times. Everybody at the track was posting up videos of this white 340 running with the Supras. And of course, a lot of us were following in the Facebook groups and things like that. So it was just awesome to see somebody really prove what the BMWs are capable of. So hopefully more people do this. I mean, even him, it looks like he has a little bit of room to grow. He wasn't leaving very hard. If you see his launches, they were kind of soft. I don't know if he was, worried about traction or just trying to protect his drivetrain or whatever. But there's definitely more time if you really got the car to hook and leave as hard as possible. So yeah, again, just a big congratulations to him. Definitely shoot him a follow to see how the car continues to improve and get faster and faster. And hopefully this motivates some other people to push their cars and see how fast we can get BMWs to go. Maybe in a year or so, this won't even be that crazy of a thought. We'll have a bunch of BMWs in the 8-second range. So time will tell. Now, the rest of TX2K continued kind of business as usual. Body ended up in the finals against Adams in the Titan car, and they ran very close, but Body ended up squeezing out the win with an 8.0 compared to their 8.4. Again, a big congrats to Body. I think he's won a couple years in a row now. Although last year, I don't think he was nearly as consistent as he was this year, and he posted several times that his primary focus wasn't breaking a record. It was mostly making the car consistent, dialing in his launches, and cutting the best reaction times he could, which he did very consistently. So he was just kind of proving that the car was dialed. It was consistently running low 8s. And I'm sure if he really wanted to, he could have tried to squeeze out that 7, but he didn't really need it for that race. So yeah, huge shout out to him. Congrats to everybody that ran down there. Bunch of 8-second, low 8-second Supras just running lap after lap after lap. And so, yeah, I mean, that's really kind of setting the stage for what we can expect to see this year. I'm excited to see some more cars hopefully get into the 7s. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. And again, like I said, more BMWs running faster. We need more 9-second cars, more 8-second cars. Let's really see what the B58 can do. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below. I got that all in one take. Here we go.